And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, doing a sort of weird live stream from a different location that you've probably not seen before, but obviously out on the road today. Wasn't planning on doing a video, and basically heard the news, the big news of course, regarding Scottish football with fans not being able to attend games anymore, which obviously comes into effect on Boxing Day. I'm just going to go read through it, basically react to it and stuff like that, and basically update those of you that don't know what's going on at the moment. So basically, obviously today, the Scotland First Minister, Nicola Sturgeon, has announced that all outdoor events in the country will be limited to 500 spectators. This comes into effect as of the 26th of December, and obviously from the 26th of December to the 29th, and I think on to the 2nd, which is the Old Firm. There's obviously 3 clashes, which is going to come into effect over these 3 weeks, meaning that no fans, 500 fans will be allowed to will be allowed to come into each game. So basically, yeah, that's basically what's happening. There's only 500 fans allowed to attend games post Boxing Day. Obviously, there's going to be some games on the 20 or tomorrow night with Celtic playing St Mirren, Aberdeen playing somebody else. So those ones are allowed fans, I think, at the moment. These don't come into effect until December the 26th of the 500 fans. So it does affect the Old Firm, does affect the Edinburgh Derby, and also does affect the Dundee Derby. Celtic, after the back of this, have released a statement. They said, everyone at Celtic recognises the difficulties presented to society by the current pandemic, and the health and safety of all must be the priority. In the light of today's announcement regarding supporters attending matches, Celtic confirmed that it has today requested that the SPFL bring forward the scheduled winter break, rescheduling the fixtures affected by the regulations announced. The game owes its supporters to explore all opportunities to maximise the prospect of all supporters being able to attend matches and the game they love. So basically, in light of today's games being played behind closed doors, Celtic have released a statement asking the SPFL to bring forward the winter break. Obviously, the winter break is proposed after the Old Firm match, after the Edinburgh Derby, and after the Dundee Derby on the 3rd. So basically, what Celtic want to do is bring forward the winter break, so have the winter break essentially now, whilst this 3-week period happens, and then play the games afterwards. Because obviously at this moment in time, Celtic fans will not be able to attend the Old Firm Derby on the 2nd of January. So Celtic do want, they have released a statement saying that they do want to have a winter break now, and then have the 3-week winter break now whilst this period's going on, and then have these games rescheduled for later, or come back earlier in January when this sort of circuit breaker is over. Again, there's no confirmation as to if that's going to happen or if that's going to go ahead. That's all that's literally been said at the moment. I'm going to read a statement what Nicola Sturgeon did say after bringing these rules into effect. She said, "This will of course make sports matches, including football, effectively spectator-free over this 3-week period. And it'll also mean that large-scale Hogmanay celebrations, including that planned here in our capital city, will not be able to proceed. I know this is disappointing. This will be for those looking forward to these events and for the organisers of them. But as I said earlier on, before these measures do come into place, these measures come into place on the 26th. So Rangers' game against St Mirren on the 26th will obviously be will not be behind closed doors, but 500 spectators. I don't know what's the point of the 500 spectators, but it's 500 spectators. Let's just say it's behind closed doors. But as I said, there are some Wednesday night games which are happening obviously tomorrow. St Johnstone versus Ross County, Hibernian versus Aberdeen, and St Mirren versus Celtic. And all 3 of these games are supposed to go ahead as normal, I think. There is no news on that, but there's a game tomorrow. But these new rules don't come into effect until the 26th of December. Celtic's manager, Ange Postecoglou, has already had his say on the whole matter. He says, "I don't like football being played behind closed doors. I had pretty much a season of it in Japan, and I don't enjoy it. It becomes a different game. It becomes a different environment for the players. Of course, my preference is to play with supporters in there. We have to follow what other protocols are put in place. As we are a club and have to accept it and just get on with it." So yeah, managers obviously not happy. I want to take something from the fans down here in the live chat and what you guys think with all of this stuff. I know it's a pain, it's a massive pain, just as we're getting back to life again. But those of you just joining in, you know the sort of rules are in place now. From the 26th of December, no fans allowed in again. Just feels like a massive backward step. What have we got in here? What's everyone's thoughts? Boris Johnson passed on the parcel, musical chairs, pin the tail and the donkey. No surprise there then. No teetotal tyrant, full swing again. Just get the winter break now. Does everybody want the winter break now, or do people want to go ahead of it? I'm interested to see what everybody's sort of thinking. Do you go for the winter break now? What would you rather be in favour of? In fact, I'll put a little poll in here quickly, just whilst we're at it. Do you want the winter break now, or do you want it to carry on as scheduled? Do you want the winter break now? We'll do a little poll just to see what everyone's sort of thinking. But it's one of them things, man. It's annoying. It's so annoying because the biggest derby, in my opinion, in European football and world football, Edinburgh Derby coming up as well. They're all going to be being played behind closed doors. It's not good. It's not good. DPG says cancel the football for 3 weeks. Tamakai says St Mirren want the Rangers and Celtic games postponed as they don't have enough players COVID related. Again, look, this is another thing here as well. Obviously, games are getting called off because of these sort of COVID restrictions and stuff like that. And yeah, St Mirren, you're very, very right there. St Mirren have requested that the Rangers and Celtic games get postponed. I'll read their official statement there. St Mirren have requested postponements for their upcoming games against Celtic and Rangers following further positive COVID tests. We have tried our utmost to fulfil this fixture. However, the following further positive cases this morning, we are unable to field a team for either match with a significant number of first-team players and staff unavailable, St Mirren said. The health and well-being of our players and staff remain our utmost priority, and we will continue to take every precaution necessary. We are in continued discussions with the SPFL, and we will keep our supporters updated as we look for a resolution to this matter. Again, there is no sort of replies in what's happening just yet. It's literally just a case of, well, nobody knows what's going on really. But Celtic have put a statement out there. Again, I don't know what Rangers want to do. They've not put their statement out just yet. But there's going to be two options. Well, there is definitely one option that's going to be the case. From the 26th, Boxing Day, those three fixtures, so 26th, 29th and the 2nd, if you're a Rangers or Celtic fan, will be being played behind closed doors or with 500 fans. Unless, obviously, Celtic sort of have put a complaint or requested with a statement saying that they want to have the winter break now. So if they have the winter break now, then that will then sort of prolong it and then make it, then it will make the 3 weeks be the winter break, and we'll come back with football with fans, maybe, depending on where we are in the world, 3 weeks from now. So that would be mid-January, I think, or just at the start of January. I don't know the exact date that would be. 3 weeks from today. If they did it from today, 3 weeks from today, or 3 weeks from Boxing Day, it would be 1, 2, 3. So back to football on the 9th of January. So that would mean St Mirren play Rangers on the 9th of January. Then would probably have the Old Firm fall around the 16th of January. Again, what do you guys think? I want to get a feel for what everybody's sort of thinking ahead of this one. Wonder what odds are we'll get Rangers going the rest of the season unbeaten now, says Andy F. Liam McCourt says, closing the doors again would be dire. Scottish football is entertaining right now, especially with the closeness of the title race. Oh, that's the thing. There's a lot of things. I've seen a lot of stuff on social media. Obviously, Rangers fans will probably be happier out the two. Obviously, we all know what happened last season with sort of Celtic with no fans. But obviously, no one wants to. I know people. I know there's people make jokes and stuff like that, and rivalry aside, I don't think any fan wants to not be behind closed doors. It's crap like that. It's not the same. And as someone said there in the live chat at the moment, the SPFL, from my memory, it's never been so close at this point. It has been close, but it's kind of I just feel this is going to be a proper title race this year, and you don't really want to just chuck a spanner in the works now. I think it's going to be a good moment. So I don't think we should have I don't mind having the winter break now, having it now, but yeah, I don't want to be going back to closed doors and stuff like that, because it's all and well saying this 3-week circuit break for like the next couple of weeks or 3 weeks, but the best part about the 3-week circuit break is the 10th week, because you go into these 3-week circuit breaks with 3-week lockdown things and you don't get out until 10 weeks time. So it depends what if it's going to be 3 weeks, then yeah, maybe have the winter break now. and then play the fixtures a bit later on. But if it's going to be the start of a never-ending lockdown cycle where we come out in 10 weeks' time, 12 weeks' time, then obviously you want the season to carry on. You don't want to be having breaks in between and stuff like that. Or you don't want it to go like last year where there is no football. You'd rather some football behind closed doors. I know it's crap, but you'd rather that than just be sat there with absolute hee-haw because it's rubbish. Fergus says I've got Dundee Derby tickets again. There's another cracking derby there. Dundee Derby, you've got the Edinburgh Derby all around at the same time there as well. So it's not I know everyone's in the same sort of position. We don't all want to be missing out on the games and stuff like that. There's like 7 points separating the top. It's as close as it's been in 10 years. Well, no, I mean, it's not massive. Well, it is kind of close, you know. There's a bit of a title race going on and stuff like that. It's Rangers and Celtic in really, really good form. And it's a really exciting race for 3rd and 4th as well there with Hearts. And I think the SPFL is in a healthy state this season. I'm really, really enjoying it. I don't want it to be, well, it's not going to get cancelled. It's not going to get cancelled. But it would probably just be like the sake of play these games behind closed doors, and then in 3 weeks' time we see where we're at. But as a lot of people are saying down there in the live chat, the 3 weeks turns into 10 weeks, and the 10 weeks turns into 15 weeks, and before you know it, it's summertime again, and we're back to square one where we'll be getting released again like caged animals. So it is. I mean, it is what it is. We'll just see how it goes over the next couple of weeks, but. For those of you just tuning into the live stream, guys, sorry, I would have done a video. I'm actually visiting family myself, so I literally just heard about the news whilst I was on the train, and I just got off and wanted to do a live stream for you guys and update you all. But basically, what's happening right now is that games as of the 26th of December are going to be they're going to carry on as normal, but only have 500 fans in attendance or 500 spectators, as Sturgeon said, or Nicola Sturgeon said. And then that means obviously the Old Firm, the Edinburgh Derby and the Dundee Derby will be played behind closed doors or in front of 500 fans, which obviously nobody wants to see. Nobody wants, especially going into this crucial part into the season. Playing big derbies, you don't want to play them behind closed doors. But basically Celtic have also came out with a statement saying that they want the winter break now. So there's going to be 2 options that are probably going to follow suit over the next couple of days. The SPFL clubs vote on whether they want the winter break now, which will probably come into fruition, or the games will be played behind closed doors and we'll just go as follows. But yeah, it's super annoying. I'm pissed, obviously, because I hate derbies. I hate football behind closed doors. It's so boring. But it is what it is, I suppose, guys, eh? I'm not going to get too much into the politics side of things, but I just thought, we'll have to have a little talk about it. I want to get a few more people's thoughts on it anyway, what you guys are all thinking about this behind closed doors. Matt Gunner says not fair. It's always the football fans that get picked on, isn't it? Always the football fans. We're always getting targeted. So is nightclub still open? I didn't look at that bit, mate. To be fair, I live in England, so we've got different rules to Scotland. But obviously I follow Scottish football, so I that was the first thing I looked at when I seen the rules. I said 500, no gatherings. But the fact that they said outdoor events can only have 500 people would make me think that nightclubs are going to be closed as of the 26th. But as I said, you guys have different rules to England at the moment. So, but the football is as follows. It's going to be 500 people. I wonder who the 500 people are going to be. Who are the 500 people going to be? The Die Hard. Who's got them away points? Is there going to be any away fans there? And us drinkers, says Andy F as well. Yeah, brutal, man. Brutal. Nah, it's not how I like it. So if they get the winter break in, they'll have a full stadium for the games. Well, basically, maybe. Who knows? We don't know what's going to happen. So basically, the way I see this, I don't watch too much of the news. But basically, what they've got is this Omicron variant or whatever. And basically infections are going up, but it's like a 3-week lag in terms of how when you find out when people are like dying or getting hospitalized by it. And basically that 3-week lag hasn't got to the point, so we don't know how deadly it is, sort of thing. So what they want to do is do a 3-week sort of circuit breaker to see how deadly it is, and then after that they can find out, and then we'll see where we are from there. Lewis says Rangers fans love playing behind closed doors. Mate, I said that earlier. No one wants to play behind closed doors, man. Everyone loves their football. Everyone wants to be back in attendance all the time. It's not bad in Scotland with the COVID. It's just England that have it bad. Yeah, I know, but it's spreading, eh? 500 Rangers fans, only fair thing to do, says Matt Gunner. It will be those with the deepest pockets who can be sure of it. I know, man. It's brutal. It's brutal. But guys, look, it was just a quick one. I would have done a video on it, but you know, I had to just whack it out there quickly. But guys, I'm going to shoot. I'll be back tomorrow for the Celtic versus St. Mirren. If that's going ahead now. If Celtic, St. Mirren are going ahead, I'll do the live stream for that tomorrow. I don't know. I'm just going to take it by ear. If there's any updates, then I can do a video about it or do a live stream about it, and we'll see what happens. But that's the update as we are at the moment. We'll find out over the next couple of weeks, a couple of days, maybe hours, what's going to be happening. But not a good news for football, man. Brutal. But anyway, guys, please do smash that like button, subscribe to the